Hello guys, good morning, welcome to my channel. So today I'm here with a new video with respect to Assistant Scientific Officer of Navodaya Vidyalaya recruitment. So many students have demanded this kind of video or the content for Assistant Scientific Officer because it is one of the prestigious posts in Navodaya Vidyalaya. And according to that, there were many doubts with respect to the whole question paper. So what I have done is I've got the complete question paper. So I will be dividing the whole question paper into two parts. That is this part where the most of the students are confused with respect to the basic knowledge of computer, general awareness and current affairs, Pocso Act, RTI Act, legal aptitude, service rules and establishment rules. So this is one of the important part because it consists of 40 marks. So 40 marks can play a huge role in your examination. So since the date last date for application is 10th of February, still you have date. So after looking into these sections, you can surely think of applying for the job because the normal other part is very easy, the QRE part, whereas this according to me, after going through the question paper, the basic knowledge of computer operation was difficult for me because they have in-depth asked about microprocessor, microcontrollers and other components of basic computer operation. So even though their word is basic, but there are questions deeply with respect to the concept of the various computer knowledge. Okay, so apart from that, the other questions are quite easy. So let us discuss all of the questions with respect to the these miscellaneous topics which will be asked in the assistant scientific officer of Navodaya Vidyalaya. So let us go into the question paper itself. So as you can see on the screen, I am on the question paper of 2019 Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti recruitment for assistant scientific officer. Okay. So at that time, only two posts were present, but now 10 posts are present. So this is one of the good opportunity since the number of posts as compared to 2019 is high, and also the examination will be held in almost all the exam centers. So it will be a very good choice. So now let us discuss the different questions which are asked with respect to the miscellaneous topics. Okay, the first question is, which article describes the existence of President of India? So this is very easy. The answer will be Article 52. So the Article 52 of the Indian Constitution says that there shall be a President of India and other details. So we just need to know the basis of the article of important articles, not like there is a huge number of articles. You can't remember everything. So there are some important articles which gives powers to the main personalities of India like President, Prime Minister, Chief Minister, etc. So like those things you need to remember. Okay. So next question is with respect to POCSO, the medical examination of a girl child of sex assault, and the options are: shall be conducted by a lady doctor only, shall be conducted preferably by a lady doctor, and shall be conducted by any one of them, shall be conducted by civil surgeon only. So by looking into these options, so you can get the answer by using your common sense itself. So the medical examination of a girl child of sexual assault, so this is a very sensitive case. So for these kind of sensitive case, only the lady doctor will be allowed to conduct. So answer would be A, shall be conducted by a lady doctor only. So the questions are quite simple, but you need to know the concepts of the act. Okay, so the next question says that select the most appropriate option from the following. No child shall be detained in the police station in the night. So the options are correct but applicable to girl child only, correct but applicable to mentally retarded child only, incorrect. Here you can use your common sense for this question also. So no child can be detained in the police station. That is true, right? The child and the female can't be held in the police station in the night time. Only the male can be held in the night time. So answer here is correct. Okay. If a court of law, this is with respect to RTI Act. So here the two questions were with respect to POCSO. Here now it is with respect to RTI Act. If a court of law has expressly forbidden to publish certain information, will it be open for CIC, that is the Chief Information Commissioner, to order providing that the information to the applicant? See, the question is nothing but court. The court of law means like any court, district court, high court, supreme court, anything. It has told that chief information commissioner not to provide information on a specific topic. So it can be any topic. Okay, so now what does the CIC has to do? So that is the question here. So the answer is provided in the option, so we need to choose them. So now let us see one by one. Yes, the CIC can exercise its power under RTI Act to order such disclosure, which means the CIC can go against the order of the court of law, and after that you can publish the information. So will it be true? Once the court has said, we can't do anything, only the appeal can be done, then only after the verdict we can do anything. So that you can eliminate A. the CIC can issue order to the registry of the court to provide such information. So this is also vague in nature. You can't do that. So the option C says that no, it is not open to CIC to order disclosure of such information. Yeah, this looks correct, but let us see the fourth option also. The fourth option says the CIC can evaluate the content of information and then take a decision if the information sought does not affect the security of the nation. See, this is a trap option. It looks very sensible because the CIC will look into the decision and will look into the rules so that for the security of the nation. Yeah, this is a trap option. By looking into this, most of them will tick this, but the answer here is C, because once the court of order has been provided, so till the case is closed in the court, you can't do anything. So if you want to disclose even after the court of order, then for example, if the high court has said that no, you can't disclose this, then you can't do anything. You have to go to Supreme Court by appealing this. So only after Supreme Court giving verdict regarding this case, you can't do anything. So till then you need to wait. So this is how the judiciary works. So the answer yes would be C, not D. Okay. The right to property as one of the fundamental rights has been eliminated by, see, this was one of the contentious fundamental right that was provided during the constitution. So this was in news for so many years, and it was since it was very controversial in nature, it was removed. Okay, and it was removed by the 44th constitutional amendment act. So for example, if you have studied polity in deep, then you would know, like Indira Gandhi was, when she was the prime minister, she used to create lots of amendments. Almost 10 to 12 amendments were created using 42nd Amendment Act. Okay, so 42nd Amendment Act was the one which was used by Indira Gandhi to amend so many constitutional provisions. So after the Indira Gandhi rule from 1966 to 77. So the fall of Indira Gandhi took place due to the use of emergency. So after that, the new government was formed, the coalition government. They tried to reverse all these constitutional amendment acts which was created by Indira Gandhi. So it was 44th Amendment Act. So please remember this logic also. So Indira Gandhi used 42nd Amendment Act to change, to make these changes in the constitution. Then after her fall, from she had ruled from 1966 to 77. So after her fall, the coalition government started, and they tried to revoke all the sections of the changed things on the constitution through 44th constitutional amendment act. Okay, so you can remember these things. If you remember the timeline also, it would be sometimes helpful in the examinations. So you can see the 44th removed the right to property. See, it was in 1978. Now, which article of the constitution the emergency was proclaimed in 1975? See, these are the three articles which are very important. Those are 352, 356 and 360. These are very three important articles under emergency proclamation. Okay, so in this the 352 refers to the national emergency, 356 refers to the president's rule, and 360 refers to the financial emergency. Okay, so according to this only the proclamation was done. So here the answer would be 352. As I said, in 1975 the proclamation was done for the whole of India, so it was using 352, article 352. So there won't be any like confusing articles in the options. So it is 376, 360, 352, 350. So here the answer would be C. So till now the financial emergency has not been put in India. Okay, remember this point also. So 0 times, that is 360, article 360 has not been invoked during the financial crisis. Also during 1991 India was in serious financial crunch, and during that time also financial emergency was not provoked in India. So that is one greatest thing. And president rule was the most controversial because of different governments in the state and center, especially the tussle between the Congress and BJP during 1970s. Okay, this was the main thing. So here the emergency was done under 352. So remember these points also. It can somehow be useful in the examinations. Who knows what kind of questions will be asked from these kind of topics. Okay, so the next question is, so you can see the officially issued by President Farakuddin Ali Ahmad under 352 of the Constitution because of prevailing internal disturbance of emergency. Okay, it was withdrawal in 1977. Pocso stands for, see, this is one of the easiest question. prevention of child prevention of children from sexual offences. Okay, so option C. These things are can be confusing because it is child, it is children. So it is children protection. Sorry, I said prevention. It is protection of children from sexual offences. And the computer exam questions we'll discuss in the one more video. Okay, now I'll be discussing only with the miscellaneous questions. Under Pocso Act, the police officer, while recording the statement of the child, should see, this is very important question. Okay, so actually I was also not knowing the answer for this. When I searched in the Google, I was amazed to see the answer. So the question options are: not to be in uniform, to be in uniform if the officer is female officer, be necessarily in uniform, be in uniform if the officer is a male officer. So these are the different options that has been provided. So here the answer is not to be in uniform. So if you read the bare act of POCSO, then you'll get to know that it is not necessary to be in uniform to record a statement from a children with respect to any problem with respect to POCSO Act. Okay, so remember this. So the medical examination of a child victim of sexual offense shall be conducted in the presence of the parent of the child or any other person in whom the child reposes trust. The given statement is what? See, by looking into the statement itself, you can guess the answer. Medical examination of a child who is a victim of a sexual offense shall be conducted in the presence of a parent or any other guardian. So the answer would be 100% correct. Okay, so there is you cannot get a separate thought the answer could be any other thing except correct, because this is the normal thing, any person can answer. Is storage of pornographic material involving a child an offense? No. Yes, only when you are not a bookseller. Yes, and when the see, this is also very easy question. Answer is yes. Okay, so saving any pornographic material involving a child is an offense. It is also under the POCSO Act itself. No need to remember the sections and all. Just for your knowledge, I have provided it. You can remember if you need. Okay. The complete explanation has also been provided. You can read through the video itself. The salaries and allowances payable to Chief Information Commissioner shall be same as the top. This is also very important because the recent amendment was done in 2020. See, the salary of a Chief Information Commissioner was equivalent to Chief Election Commissioner. Okay, in 2000 till 2019. But after 2019, 2020, an amendment was done. So according to the amendment, the salary of the Chief Information Commissioner depends upon the will of the Government of India. So remember this. This is very important. It can be asked in this exam, in this year's exam also. So the salaries of Chief Information Commissioner depends upon as decided by the Government of India. Okay, and also the age limit, the tenure was 3 years for Chief Information Commissioner before the amendment. But after amendment, this was also removed and it was decided by Government of India. So both the salary and the tenure of these Chief Information Commissioners and the normal information commissioners depends upon the will of the Government of India. So this question, since it was from 2019, the answer here was a Chief Election Commissioner. But now, since the amendment has been done, it depends upon the Government of India. Please remember this. Okay. So these are the computer questions I'll discuss in the separate video. Right. Government of India Act was enacted in the year. In which year the Government of India Act? See, this was one of the important act which was established. So most of you will be knowing Revolt of 1857, right? If you have studied history. So Revolt of 1857. This was the more important year where the first war of independence was fought by Indians for the independence. So after this, looking into the problem of Indians, the Queen, I guess it's Victoria of in the UK, proclaimed that the company rule, that is East India Company rule, will be taken back, and said that uh, India will be a part of United Kingdom itself, and the proclamation will be done in the name of the Queen. So after this only, the Government of India Act was enacted, and the year is 1858. So you can remember in this way. If you remember to remember the chronology, you can remember the important history that was done. Okay, on August to 1858. While recording the statement, Yeah, this question has been repeated. While recording the statement of a child, the police officer recording it shall not be in uniform. Okay, it has been repeated here. Yeah, NPS shall allot pension account to. So NPS is nothing but National Pension Scheme. Okay, so this was the scheme which was started almost 5 to 6 years back by removing the pension to the government officials. So NPS shall allot pension account to a group of subscribers based on the department, a department of the government, a group of subscribers based on the investment practice, every subscriber. So the law mandates that every subscriber must present. For every subscriber, the NPS shall allot the pension account. Okay, so you may think like from where this from which topic this question has been appeared. So I'll show you. Okay, wait. So on the screen you can see the syllabus. So most of them were asking service rules and establishment rules. So what is this service rules and establishment rules? So service rules and establishment rules is not with respect to Navodaya Vidyalaya only. Yes, Navodaya Vidyalaya service rules and establishment rules will be asked, but the service and the establishment rules with respect to different regulatory bodies of government of India will also be asked. So the meaning of this is nothing but the question which I showed. So the question was, as you can see, the NPS shall allot pension account to. So this was one of the example of the question from those category. Okay, the Constitution of India has embodied a number of fundamental rights. This is a very easy question, part 3 of the Constitution. What is the minimum age prescribed for the appointment of judge of Supreme Court? See, the minimum age for High Court, Supreme Court, or any other court has not been mentioned. So please remember this. So no minimum age has been given. But for in the maximum age or the age of retirement has been given for High Court as 62 and for Supreme Court as 65. Okay, remember this also. This can also be an important questions for you. So these are the some trap questions which are there to confuse you. So the answer is no minimum age. Select the appropriate answer. The pension fund manager shall have the liberty to invest the fund outside India. So yes, only in Nepal and Sri Lanka. Yes, only in MNC. Yes, no. So the fund is nothing of pension fund. So pension is nothing but the money that will be provided after your retirement age. So how can one person can have the liberty to invest this fund in external country? So this is not possible, right? So just you need to use a common sense, so that will work many times. So your answer would be no. So the pension fund can never be used to invest in the outside of India, but inside India they can be done with certain restrictions of the government of India. Okay, yeah. Select the most appropriate option for the following. Sexual interest is the single most important reason under the Pocso Act to invite action. Yes, it is correct. No, it can invite action even if the child is stalked with any intention. No, it can invite action if a person follows a child no matter what is the interest. No, it is not correct. So answer here is A. So sexual interest is one of the important reasons under Pocso Act to invite the action. So these kind of interest will attract the punishment under the POCSO. The PFRDA shall be liable to pay neither income tax nor wealth tax, income tax, wealth tax, only income tax and not wealth tax. So the wealth tax concept is not at all present in India. So you can remove this. So you need to just check. You can eliminate D and you can eliminate C. Okay, now we have to see A and B. So since wealth tax is not present, yes, you can consider this also. But what about income tax? Yes, the PFRDA shall be liable to pay nothing. So neither the income tax nor the wealth tax. So both of them are not is not necessary to be paid by the PFRDA. Okay. The request under RTI should be disposed by the CPO as early. This is also very easy question. So it is 30 days. So 30 days of time will be provided by the CPO. So this is for the request of the first thing. So if you do the first appeal, so you can see in many of my videos, I have also done a first appeal for the RTI and all. So for the first appeal, 60 days of time will be provided after your appeal. So for normal thing, so you're applying for RTI, for that 30 days will be 30 days of time will be provided by the CPO. But if you're not satisfied, you go for the first appeal. For that 60 days of time will be provided for them. So remember this also. This is an extra additional information for you all. Which of the following options does not constitute a public authority under RTI Act? See, The public authority under RTI Act is nothing but which is formed by a law of parliament, law of state legislature, or constitutional body, or any other body which has substantially financed by government. Okay, so any other body, for example, if I take an NGO, so if it is substantially financed by the government of India or any government of any state, then it will also be considered under the public authority. Okay, so remember these things. So these are the four classifications under the concept of public authority. So this was also an important consequential clause that has been added in RTI. So here the answer is, you can see, any institution established by act by state legislature, yes, it is correct. Any established found by the appropriate government, yes. Any authority constituted by the Constitution of India, yes. But their answer is non-government organization not financed by the appropriate government. So this should be the answer. It does not constitute a public authority. The directive principles of state policy are enforceable in the courts and do not create any justiciable rights in the favor of any individual. The given statement is correct. So see, for those who don't know what is DPSP, so the constitution consists of several DPSP, which says you have to consider these things. These are the welfare things that for the people of India. So you have to consider these things while making a law. Okay, but people can't say like these things are not present in India, so we can go to the court and appeal for the justice. No, people can't do that because it is non-enforceable. See, the question is consists of non-enforceable. So for example, I'll give an example. So in Karnataka, there was a law on the prohibition of killing of cows for purpose of food. Okay, so killing of cows for the purpose of foods was done. So this prohibition was done, but this was present as a DPSP. You can see in the Gandhian principles of DPSP, this was present as one of the important clause in the directive principle of state policy. So it is not like before the act there, yes, there were killing of cow for the purpose of food, but the people could not go to the court saying that this should be prohibited. Since now the government has enacted the law to prohibit this, and it is a part of DPSP. Now the people of Karnataka have this role to go to the court if they see any of them using these kind of contentious method for the killing of cow for the purpose of food. Okay, this was one of the example for DPSP. Okay, guys, these were the questions with respect to the different things that I spoke about: general awareness, Pocso, RTI, legal aptitude, service rules, and establishment rules. Okay, so in the next video, I'll get the another set of questions with respect to the assistant section officer. So this was the completed, guys. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you.